Hello, Wire Wizard here. In all of my Deep Insight series, I have talked about the spirit world, spirit souls, and the unreality of hell. But yet I know many of you are wondering about the big question you have. Are there worlds other than Earth that have life? Well, here is the simple answer. Yes, there are. No, I'm not talking about the spirit world. I'm talking about planets in this physical universe of ours. You see, we are not alone. Far from it. There are many millions of planets out there with life, some with intelligent life. And believe it or not, there is even life in the airless depths of space. First, I'm going to talk about the planets that have life. These planets exist in all galaxies all over the universe. Yes, even active galaxies have them. Most of these, roughly 60%, have no intelligent life on them, at least not in the way we understand intelligence. If you looked at these worlds, they would appear as massive wildlife preserves. But within these are intelligent life. Some of this intelligent life exists mostly as energy. But in most of them, the intelligent life exists as physical manifestations. A lot of these worlds have intelligent life exist as large whale-like cetaceans. They cannot use technology because they have no hands, and because they live in an ocean, fire is not usable to them. So how do they keep warm? Well, a lot of these live on an ocean planet, a water world, if you will. Their world is warmed by the El Niños that happen on their world. But on worlds where the water-to-land ratio is less than 50%, these creatures flock to underwater volcanoes to keep them warm. Now, what about creatures who aren't large cetaceans on water worlds? Well, these worlds have these intelligences on land. Their intelligent life exists as manifestations of cat-like or primate beings. Why don't they utilize technology? Well, the cat-like beings don't have hands. They are strictly quadrupedal beings. But they communicate complex ideas with each other and even keep livestock for food. They exist in primitive cave villages. Now, what about the primate beings? Do they look like chimps and gorillas? Some of them do. Why don't they utilize technology? Well, their home worlds lack metals. Do they utilize fire? Yes, some do. But there is one primate species I would like to tell you about. They exist on a planet that is a little smaller than Earth. These beings look like 10-foot tall orangutans that stand straight up. It's because of this that I call these beings Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus was a species of primate that existed on Earth prior to the last ice age. You can look them up on Wikipedia. But one thing I should tell you about these beings is that even though they have no technology, they are able to explore the universe by astral projection. Have they visited our world? Yes, they have. Believe it or not, they are the source of all these Bigfoot sightings which have been happening for the past 500 years. What do they think about our world? Well, they think our world is beautiful, but they also think that we humans are very weird. I should say some people have encountered them. Yes, they are even the source of Bigfoot and Sasquatch stories we all hear about. Now, even though they are astral projections, our brains are tuned to see their astral bodies, and they are aware that we can see them. They naturally avoid areas where there's a lot of human activity. We can only see them if we are far out in the wilderness and we don't expect to see them. That is why every Bigfoot hunt has failed. They aren't just seen here in America, they are seen on every continent on Earth. I know they have different names in different countries. If you want to see one, I have some advice for you. First off, you shouldn't expect to see one. Second, you must go to a heavily wooded area many miles from any settlement, town, or city. Third, don't come with a group. They don't feel comfortable around a significant number of people. Go alone, but if you aren't comfortable going alone, I suggest bringing no more than 2 other people with you. Fourth, bring only one electronic device with you, your cell phone. They have the ability to feel electrical discharges in the air and will naturally avoid areas with it. So be sure to leave your cell phone off and use it only in emergencies. Okay, enough of that. Now, what about intelligences on civilizations that use technology? There's quite a number of those in this universe. Most of these have technologies that's hundreds and even thousands of years more advanced than ours. What do these beings look like? Well, don't expect to see any 6-foot-tall praying mantises. None of them look like insects. They are mammalian and some reptilian. But this may surprise you, but most of these intelligent beings look like us. The human form is the most complex form nature has created. What about the aliens people know as Greys? Believe it or not, they were once human like us. It took them over 20 million years to evolve to the form that they are now. They have been visiting our planet for many hundreds of years to study us. Now, what about the abduction stories you hear so much about? The Greys are responsible for these. However, they are separated in multiple factions. Most of them want nothing to do with us. Some only wish to study us, while a few want genetic material from certain members of us to help save their species from extinctions. The Greys exist on hundreds of worlds, most of these not in our galaxy. Now, what about civilizations on our galaxy? Well, there is a few. The Pleiadians, who exist on multiple worlds in the star cluster of Pleiades. Most of them look like very fair-skinned humans with white hair and gray eyes. They are curious about us and are interested in establishing contact, but they know our flaws and will not until we have overcome them. Now, there's also the Xenarians, who exist on planet Xenar, which is the opposite side of this galaxy from Earth. They have been visiting us for the last 500 years and want to help us. But because Xenar is so far from us, it will take 20 years for their first contact fleet to reach us. They are right now constructing a wormhole bridge. Are there people from Xenar on Earth now? Yes, they are. If you are a Xenarian, please allow me to humbly say to you, now, for those of you who aren't Xenarian and wondering what I just what the fuck I said, I simply said, welcome to Earth, thank you for visiting, enjoy your visit, Zarala be with you. I am Wire Wizard, and I thank you for watching this video. May the Great Spirit bless you.